Who am I speaking to?
My name is Miss Rochelle McQueen.
I did have the pleasure of meeting Miss Rochelle. So she has that classical inspiration?
She does. She's based on a couple of different commedia characters, but she's also, because the show's a mix of modern improvisation and ethics of commedia and the idea of play, she's a mix of New York socialite, although she's British, of course, and tired school mum, and those women from those Dean's Annual for Girls books.
Yes, my sisters used to have those, yes.
Yeah.
Bunty, they're all...
That's right. Binky and Violetta.
Let's play hockey.
Yes. So she's based on a lot of different character types melded together to form Miss Rochelle.
What can you tell me about yourself, Miss Rochelle?
Well, I have been the headmistress of McQueen Academy for some 12 years now. I inherited from my aunt, Matilda, who was a lovely lady brought up in the Yorkshire Dales, and she bequeathed to me the academy for the instruction of very naughty young girls.
I think I've seen a video about your academy, or maybe I'm thinking of one of my other videos. Tell me, what instructional methods do you employ with the naughty young girls?
Well, as always, we use conditioning undergarments, which are quite helpful in the control of any unwanted behaviours, perhaps. And, oh, I'm so sorry. Of course, there are the other instructional weapons, perhaps you might call them, that we use.
I am totally going to rate through the roof with this video. This is awesome. Instructional weapons?
Yes, indeed. We, of course, stock the full range of small arms in accordance with the requirements of Her Majesty's government. And naturally, we also have a few more antiquities which we like to employ on special occasions.
So it's a solo show?
No, I'm in it with 4 other performers, and we have special guests every night as well, with all people that I've worked with either in improvisation or stand-up or sketch shows before, and all of them have wonderful pedigrees. They're all terrific.
So what's the name of the improv group that you work with?
The Crew. It's based at the Comics Lounge in North Melbourne, has been for the last nearly 6 years, and we do a weekly show, which is improvised comedy, and Miss Rochelle's kind of grew out of a desire to go beyond just what people expect in the improv format, and to make it a little bit more theatrical, but also to work with the things that I love, which are those carry-on films and the commedia ethic of being political as well.
Young ladies actually find their way to the academy. Do their parents place them? Do the courts place them?
Oh, well, it's very interesting you should ask that, young man. For most young girls find their way to our academy simply by performing very naughty deeds. And their parents would love to have some, shall we say, restrictive instruction instilled into them. And we must make sure that their parents are, of course, pleased, for they pay a premium to send their girls to our school.
This interview is having an effect I wasn't quite expecting. A lot of naughtiness.
Very much so. Lots of naughtiness. Lots of poking of things and double entendres and steaming cups of cocoa.
So you mentioned you're going to have special guests. Do they know they're going to be special guests on the night?
I don't know if they do, actually. I'm trying really hard to get a friend of mine who used to play a character on Home and Away. He hasn't done anything for a while, but I'm trying really hard to convince him that it'd be a jolly hockey stick's worth of fun to come and play Miss Rochelle's. Joel, if you're listening, come on.
The Academy is of some renown for the quality of the work you do.
Oh yes, we study all the main topics: geology, biology, astronomy, astrology, and of course sexology, which is one of our foremost moments of instruction. With the girls, we have at least 5 minutes where we talk about the sensible use of undergarments as protective devices.
I think I failed that course in high school. What's the single most important thing you can learn about sexology?
Well, one must understand, young man, that it is a very delicate topic, especially for the ladies. And we have to understand that each human being, each individual is different, like a flower, opening up, revealing itself for the bee to pollinate, and then it takes on a life of its own, and one becomes filled with the joy of nature, and is excited by Wordsworthian ideals, and then one goes and has a cup of cocoa to calm oneself down.
Do you have any sort of impro moments in the show, or have you fully scripted this one?
The show is completely improvised, start to finish. What we've rehearsed in the show is the storyline arc, which just basically says we start here, something happens here, and we end here. We don't know what it's going to be. Every night is different. The audience will decide what the crime is. They will decide more or less who the victim is, and how we get to find out who the perpetrator is a matter for the gods. And the audience. Yeah. Well, the audience are the gods, but they're also naughty schoolgirls.
Well, that's my idea of a good night. Being a naughty schoolgirl for an evening.
Well, and if they're lucky, they can be a house captain as well. We'll be appointing head prefects.
I can hear the ticket sales turning over now.
Please say that. I want to go to Spain. No, edit that part. Edit that part.
Comedians, they all just want money.
That's all it's about. That's it. We don't do it for the love. That's such a misnomer. It's completely theoretical, the idea of actually having fun on stage. No. Really, we're all doing it. Like, if we were doing it for the money, it would be suicide to do a comedy festival show. And we're all doing it because we really enjoy performing, because everyone in the show is an excellent improviser with years of experience. Not just in improvisation, but also in stand-up comedy and regular theatre, both professional and amateur. And we're all just doing it because we wanted a challenge. We wanted really something to get our teeth into, but something that would be as much fun for us as it is for the audience.
When the young ladies graduate from the academy,
yes,
what do they usually go on to?
Most young ladies go on to stunning careers in the diplomat service, mostly as diplomats' wives. However, a few of our young ladies have gone on to rather, shall we say, less intriguing aspects of development, such as, well, I don't really like to speak about it too much, but let's just say it involves international travel and other men in usually suits with briefcases and explosive devices.
You ticket because, like, they can go a second night and see a different show, essentially.
Yeah, that's it. And, honestly, if I didn't have to pay the bank back, I would let everybody in for free. But it's seriously just about the credit card.
I could see it throwing water cooler conversations for a spin, though. Because, I saw that show too, and the conversation's not quite coming together.
Yeah, but that's not that show. Yes, that's that show. But there was, and the padded bum. Well, there is going to be a lot of opportunity for people. If they want to come and see the show more than once, I'm more than happy to have them come. It is going to be a different show every night. We'll be the same characters for the most part, but every time you come, it'll be totally different. It's totally unscripted and completely... It's kind of knife-edge stuff, actually. It's not guaranteed that we're going to make it every night.
Comedy without a safety net.
That's right, absolutely. And hopefully we'll fall on our feet.
Idea what we're going to talk about. This is cracking me up. Is there something you'd like to do to close out the interview?
Well, yes. I'd just like to take a moment to wish all those young ladies out there in the world the very best from Miss Rochelle School for Very Naughty Girls. And should we see you at McQueen Academy anytime soon, you'll be welcome with open arms.